Allow me to take you back to April 2008. A simpler time. Well, I was in school and my parents were having a domestic every other day, so not really a simpler time, but anyway, Nico is living the American dream. If the American dream was sleeping on a pull-out couch in a studio apartment, cuddling with your cousin because you can't afford heating. Speaking of Nico's cousin Roman, he bells me as soon as I load in, asking if I want to hit the strip club. Of course I say yes, because getting a lap dance together with a family member is scientifically proven to increase your bond. As soon as we walk into the strip club, I'm offered a dance. Like, Jesus, you're suffocating me. I haven't even taken off my coat yet. After browsing the merch, respectable professional women, I head off with this tasteful blonde into a back room, and she proceeds to dance in my face for 2 minutes and then take $50 from my wallet. I hit her with a swift right hook because she didn't even ask me how my day was. The worst therapy session of my life. A load of her simps, aka bodyguards, then come over, so I tell Roman it's time to dip, but when looking for the exit, I accidentally stumble into a security room and find a shotgun. It was fate. When the Lord puts thy shotgun in thy hands, you must salute the Second Amendment and shoot some strippers. So yeah, I'm now poor and have multiple murder charges, so not exactly the blistering start I wanted to my day, but I can assure you, it only gets worse. I go home and quickly smash one out because Roman's busy at work. Do you know how awkward it is trying to masturbate with your cousin sleeping next to you? It's not even close to how the adult videos make it out to be. He hasn't even offered to join in with me once. Like, that hurts my feelings. Are you not attracted to me, Roman? Speaking of Roman, he's actually in a lot of debt to a guy called Vlad, so I repay that debt for him by doing odd jobs for him. You know, I thought odd jobs might be doing a little bit of painting and decorating, or helping his mum take a bath every now and then. But no, it did start pretty simple to be fair, like scaring this Asian man into giving me money by showing him my maths grades. It then got a bit more serious when he asked me to steal a car, and the owner was right there, so I had to beat him up. I'm no slacker when I'm working though, so I push over this Hayley Williams lookalike, hit her with multiple liver shots, then curb stomp her and take her money. She probably wasn't involved at all with the guys that I beat up for the car, but leaving a witness at a crime scene is like leaving your arse unwiped. Bad for your anal health. Vlad isn't our only acquaintance in Liberty City though, as we've also got the local Jamaican stoner, Little Jacob. He's actually one of my favourite GTA characters of all time, and has incredible knee strength, as most people would have done their ACL getting rammed into like this. But Jacob just stands right back up. An inspiration. Anyway, he's asked me for a little favour, and here I was thinking we were just going to go pick up a queue or something, but no, he's asked me to help him with literal homicide, turning up at someone's house and just blasting them in the face. I've got to say, I feel a lot less bad about murdering people when the guy telling me to do it has a Jamaican accent. It's just so endearing. Anyway, Jacob tells me I can keep the sedan as a thank you, but honestly, I would have rather he just slipped me a 10 bag or something, because this criminal life is stressful, and I'm worried about Nico's mental health. We return back to Vlad, and he's now asked us to kill this guy just because he says so. The guy attempts to flee, and we chase him around this construction site, and it kind of reminds me of that scene from Casino Royale. We can choose whether to let him live or kill him, and honestly, I think Vlad's gone too far. So this time, I help him up, because I don't want unnecessary deaths to be on my conscience. I'm not the kind of guy to just murder someone because someone tells me to. It took a lot of energy out of me going up those cranes and doing all those parkour moves, so I take the fire exit as a quick way down, but damn. Turns out Nico doesn't have knees like Jacob, as he folds after hitting the floor, tearing his MCLs and, more importantly, unaliving himself. So as well as Vlad taking advantage of me like he's a priest and I'm a choir boy, just because Roman's in debt, he's also been banging Roman's girlfriend. He's taken things too far now and needs to be stopped. There's only one person who's allowed to bang my cousin's girlfriend behind his back, and that's me. I confront him at the bar, but he makes a break for it. Luckily for me, he doesn't have a very fast car and we're in a Rolls Royce, so I catch up to him pretty quickly. He tries to give it a big speech beforehand, but honestly, I've had enough of this terrible hairline, so I shoot him with a shotgun and kill him. Vlad's dead, but at least we're no longer under control of some angry Eastern European. I hit up Shorty Michelle because it's been a long few days and I need a break from all this. We swing by her place, and I made the tactical decision here to bring a motorbike so she has to touch my waistline to hold on, or risk falling off the bike. However, I don't even make it off her block before sending her soaring through the sky like she was trying to hit a whisper in the wind or something. This angers her and she calls off our date, which is frankly really immature. I handle this expertly by repeatedly calling her, because when a woman's angry at you, the best way to make her feel better is to blow up her phone. She unfortunately doesn't answer any of my calls though, so I attempt to get in her apartment using my bike, but flip the thing and nearly break my neck in the process. so I decide to leave the situation and let her be a miserable bitch. I've got more important things to do, like meet up with Roman, who's hiding in a bin because apparently he felt like sleeping with your mother. No, he's actually just hiding because he's scared some dangerous men might take us out for killing Vlad. What do you know? 10 seconds later, we get knocked out, kidnapped, and end up tied to a chair in a basement. Not even the good kind of tied up in a basement though. The bad kind, where there's men with guns screaming at you in different Eastern European languages. Roman gets shot in the stomach despite having nothing to do with Vlad's murder, so thanks for taking one for the Team G. Big man Mikhail in the red shirt then tells me to steal some flat screen TVs, or he'll kill me. At first I thought this was a strange request, but then I realised it's 2008. Desperate Housewives was at its peak at this point in time, so I can understand needing as many TVs as possible to catch up. We also then head off to the adult video store with Mikhail's right-hand man, Dmitry. No, unfortunately not to pick up the latest edition of Stepmom Stuck in the Shower, although that is incredible viewing. The objective here was to scare them, not kill them. So naturally, after putting a few bullets in their knees and scaring them to the floor, and folding one of them like a deck chair with the sheer power of my hips, I then slip a bullet in one of their heads as I'm on the way out. While here at the adult store, I take a look at the merchandise, and wow, this is the reason no women are satisfied by us men anymore. Look at the unrealistic standards they are making these adult toys. No man could ever match the size of this beast. Speaking of women with unreasonable standards, Michelle hits me up and is like, yeah, I'm over you nearly killing me on your motorbike I guess, pick me up in an hour. I pick her up in a black Ferrari I stole from Mikhail's driveway, and although she might be sus that I've now got my hands on a sports car, I can trust her not to rat me out. I mean, it's not like she's a cop or anything. Anyway, I take her on a fun little date to Little Jacob's Cafe, where we play pool. A man in his 30s taking you to a rundown stoner cafe in the hood is definitely what all women dream of when they think of the ideal date. She beats me in a close game, which is actually impressive because of how good I am at virtual pool. Like seriously, me and my friend Briar always used to play 8-ball pool together and I never lost.
George! I don't even know what to say to that. That is literally like the fucking biggest lie in the entire history of time. I just went and looked just to like actually see how many times I've beat you. And I've beat you 20 times.
Alright, maybe I'm not as good at virtual pool as I made out to be.
I've beat you 4 times the amount of times you've beat me on Words with Friends. And I have a history of a total of 1 time beating you on Boggle before you rage quit and uninstalled the app.
It's just sending more. I'm just getting embarrassed at this point. What is this one?
But you've got a very strong and ongoing history at beating me on Golf with Your Friends that I just can't compete with.
There you go. I'm incredible at golf with your friends. When I drop her off, I get the option to try my luck, and of course, I do. She invites me in for coffee, but wow.
Oh, Nico, I really like you. You're great.
That must have been some really high caffeine stuff, as I've never had that kind of a reaction to coffee before. I guess Nico is good with his hands and was pouring that milk until the latte was frothing everywhere. Working for Mikhail is a lot like working for Vlad, but rather than meeting each other at a bar, we meet at Mikhail's club, where there's incredible theatrical performances like this one. Wow, give that man an Oscar, that was incredible. Mikhail also smells like Vlad. You know, a mix of vodka and beluga whales. Anyway, he asked me to kill someone, so I go do it. I have to cross the toll bridge to get there, which is $5, so that better be covered on my tax return, as this is classed for travel to work. I find old matey about to get on a train, and he tries to get his boy to kill me and flee for himself. But clearly he's not great under pressure, as he slowly drives past at 5 miles per hour, giving me direct eye contact. I unload a micro SMG into his face and get the job done. Damn, I've now unloaded my micro SMG into 2 different people's faces today. Dmitry then bells me and is like, yeah, the guy you just killed is the son of a very powerful man. He's now going to try and kill you. Not the news I wanted to hear, so I decide to detox by getting myself a prosy. After we're done, I of course have to do the GTA tradition. Walk her home, because the streets of New York are dangerous at night. You really thought I was going to kill her, didn't you? I'd never beat a woman in public. That's just ethically wrong. Little Jacob asked me to drop by, but when I get there, his boy just starts choking me in a light, playful kind of way. Look, I'm not gay or anything, but that definitely aroused me a little bit. Turns out he was just paranoid, which is weird. You'd never expect someone that's stoned all the time to be paranoid. Anyway, there's some dealers selling in Jacob's territory, and we can't be having that, so he's asked me to sort them out. You know, despite GTA 4's PC port, port giving me an extra chromosome because trying to run it smoothly had me down so bad. I actually do love the details on the PC port, like how you can change the traffic density to be more accurate to real life. It adds an element of realism having to wait to merge into another lane. Rockstar also went a step further with the realism by making a woman struggle behind the wheel and cause accidents for absolutely no reason. So I get to the apartment block of the dealers that I'm taking out, but on my way there I spot a guy taking a leak in the corner. He then stops, stares me down, and continues to pee in the corner. I've never felt like such a beta in my life. I turn up at the dealer's apartment, and rather than sorting a fair negotiation, I just kill them all. To be honest, the state of this apartment, they were going to die from carbon monoxide poisoning or a mold infestation anyway. Seriously, who keeps the motor oil in the kitchen? I've never seen a more disorganized human being in my life. So with the jobs that Mikhail was giving me, it's becoming more and more clear that he's slowly losing it. He asked me to kill his daughter's boyfriend, who's actually voiced by Bill Burr. He does die, but I legally can't actually take the heat for this one, as I didn't do anything to kill him. He crashes his bike, sets himself on fire, and brutally burns to death. He really should have just let me shoot him. At least then there would have been a possibility of an open casket funeral. And although the jobs from Mikhail were questionable, he's paying me pretty well. So I go cop some new drip, as I'm going out for lunch with that special someone. Roman. We hit Cluck and Bell, I get a chicken burger, but when I quickly use the restroom, Roman just sort of joins me in the stall. Sure, we shave each other's balls every now and then like normal cousins do, but watching me pee is content that's reserved for my OnlyFans. So after a lunch with Roman that was a bit too intimate, I meet with Dimitri, who tells me that Mikhail has lost it, and the only way to stop that important dude whose son I killed would be to take out Mikhail myself. That would get the heat off us. So I find him at his club where he always is. He gets his poise on me, and look, while I respect this bald dude for wanting to do it fair and have a fist fight, I just don't have that kind of time. So I just shotgun him in the face and proceed to take out everyone else he attempts to put in my way. Who knew the Mikhail storyline would end the same as Vlad's? I really thought that European men with thick black chest hair, a gold chain, a bad hairline were the epitome of trustworthy folk. Anyway, I gun him down and kill him, then shoot him a little bit more after he's dead so his body slaps on the concrete for cinematic effect. I go meet Dimitri after to collect my money, but he turns up with someone from my past. You see, Nico isn't actually a completely flawless man with a clean criminal record. He used to smuggle people into Italy and one time messed up, leaving Mr. Bulgarin in debt. Mr. Bulgarin is actually here, and Dimitri has betrayed me. Luckily, I brought my real one, little Jacob, with me, who helps me fight everyone in the warehouse to eventually make an escape. I pick up Roman, tell him we're in deep shit and that we need to get out of here, but first I need to swing by the apartment to pick up my vanilla-scented candles I brought all the way from Serbia. However, when we arrive, the apartment block is actually cosplaying Grenfell, so yeah, no vanilla-scented candles for me, I guess. Luckily, Roman's girlfriend has an apartment free at the other side of New York, so we end up there for a time being. Apart from the massive stain on the carpet, this is actually better than our old apartment. It even comes with a copy of I Slept With Your Mum and Dad X Heavy Weapons. Me and Roman can watch those later while we shave each other's balls. Look, Rockstar games never do well on my channel, I don't know why, but I would love to do a series on this. I love this game so much, it might actually be my favourite GTA of all time. So if you do want to see a full series, all I ask is that you leave a like, it really would help out. Yeah, I did something different in this video. This is me, hello, hi, I'm wearing glasses that match my Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt. If you did enjoy it, let me know and I'll start adding more bits to this and upgrade my whole thing. I'll get a green screen and stuff so it's a lot cleaner, but right now this is just the background in my office. Thank you all for watching, I really do appreciate it, and a big thank you as always to those of you who've clicked the join button and become a member of the channel. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye. A big thank you to my motherload Voiy Bois and above, Björn Van Den Hatter, ZYFin, TheGamerTeg, and AWO Theed Smith Loadmaster. Thank you guys for your support.